Sometimes you and I follow our wants and desires into sin, and we do so only to our own detriment. Sin has consequences, some of which we pay for with our physical bodies. Welcome back. My name is Remy, and we are on day 23 of our 40 days of gratitude leading up to Thanksgiving. The devotional we're currently reading is called Boundless Gratitude, 7 Things to Be Grateful For. So, on today, we are to be thankful that God heals and delivers. The devotional talks about how sometimes we follow our own wants and desires into sin and that there are consequences for sin. Are there wants and desires that you are following that you could pay for with your physical body? The first thing that came to my mind when reading this was my experience with substances. Just a few weeks ago, I searched the Bible for scriptures on alcohol and marijuana. What I found is that we are to not be drunk and we are to be sober-minded, which made me reflect on, my personal experience with those substances. I made a personal decision a few years ago to stop drinking alcohol, for health reasons. And although it's supposed to be okay in moderation and I was just a social drinker, I socialize every weekend. So I feel like that's not really moderation if you're socializing all the time. And also, I began drinking at 17, freshman year in college. And 20 years of drinking, I just felt like that can't be good on my body. And also, as I age, I just want to make sure I'm setting myself up physically, mentally, spiritually, in the best way possible. And alcohol is just something that I just don't feel like, I need anymore. And now that marijuana has been legalized in California for a few years, I started taking gummies with CBD in them, and sometimes they have THC in them, even if it's in small dosage. So I started to do my research on THC, and I found that it may have adverse reactions for people who have a family history of mental illnesses. So my mother was medically diagnosed with depression, bipolar, and schizophrenia. And although I don't believe that those illnesses are automatically passed down, I do believe that there are things that we can do to make those illnesses surface. So knowing my family history and being in prayer, and reading the Bible, I just made the decision not to use cannabis anymore either. And I have to be honest, I enjoyed the effects of it. I enjoyed the relaxation. I enjoyed stretching, even if I was at home. But I'm just not willing to risk the effects that may be detrimental to my mental and physical health long term. And I just thank God for showing me mercy in those areas. There's people who have done those substances and they got addicted or they had some adverse reactions and they, have never been themselves. So I thank God for showing me mercy and grace for all those years. And, that's what the devotional is about today. We are to ask ourselves, has God shown mercy to us? Ask ourselves, what in today's reading inspires us to be grateful? I hope that you take some time out today to explore those answers to those questions. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow as we continue our 40 days of gratitude leading up to Thanksgiving. Have a blessed day.